हेलो वेलकम बैक टू द स्ट्रीम आई एम जसमोहन। और काफ़ी लेट नाइट है बट मैंने सोचा चलो थोड़ा सा स्टोरी क्वेस्ट खेल ही लेते हैं क्योंकि ये स्टोरी क्वेस्ट की वजह से मैं इनाजुमा में जाने के लिए अटका पड़ा हूँ। तो मैंने सोचा चलो अगर हम ये कर लेंगे तो इनाजुमा का कम से कम आइलैंड्स तो अनलॉक हो जाएंगे। तो पहले ये एक कमीशन है, पास में है, पहले ये कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं। काफ़ी इजी है क्योंकि हमारे पास बेनेट है और ये जो 6 एनिमीज जिनको हमें हराना है ये सब क्रायो वाले हैं। तो ये गया, ये गया।
The wind.
ओ भाई साहब,
Let's light it up.
ये
Let's light it up.
खत्म। चलो ये हो गया हमारा आज का क्वेस्ट। ठीक है, ये लॉगिन का हम लोग ने ले लिया बीपी। अब इनाजुमा का जो क्वेस्ट करना है हमें, फॉलो द विंड, रिटर्न टू गोयुन स्टोन फॉरेस्ट एरिया। ओके, a character involved is a character is currently involved in other story quest. You cannot join this quest. Baywan is busy completing the illuminated beast of the cloud. And ये वाला है वो। तो हमें ये वाला स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा अनफॉर्चुनेटली। मैं सोच रहा था आराम से करूँगा बट भाई इनाजुमा का आइलैंड्स भी तो हमें अनलॉक करने। तो देखते हैं आधा घंटा 1 घंटा जितना मिनिमम रिक्वायर्ड है उतना मैं ट्राई करता हूँ, वरना रह जाएगा। और हमें बेडो फ्री में कॉन्स्टलेशन अनलॉक करने के लिए एक इवेंट कंप्लीट करने के लिए इनाजुमा के आइलैंड्स अनफॉर्चुनेटली अनलॉक करेंगे। तो वो ये है थंडर सोजन, और उसके लिए कंप्लीट ऑटम विंड्स टू अनलॉक करना है। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस। टॉक टू द जेड चेंबर सेक्रेटरीज। ओके, हम ऊपर आ गए हैं और ये नीचे जा रहे हैं। ये रही बेबन।
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
Huh? You're...
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing. We've only taken over her responsibilities until she gets back.
Why did she go to Juan first?
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Julian Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yuehai Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
That act as is just truly remarkable. Shouldn't you get back to work?
We don't even know how long we've been working. We feel guilty for taking even a short breather like we are now.
Looks like you got a serious emergency on your hands.
Speaking of Julian Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
Of course, we've been there lots of times.
Ah, that's good news. Could you go to Julian Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload.
Seems like I'm the only one who can do it, indeed.
We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there.
It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Sea of Clouds, Sea of
So
People.
Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mel Outso? We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there.
चलो अनलॉक हो गया। फाइनली इनाजुमा का अनलॉक हो गया। मैं भाई अभी वो पूरा तो नहीं करने वाला, ये गानियों का स्टोरी बाद में कभी कंप्लीट करेंगे, पहले इनाजुमा जाएंगे। बेवन बाइशी जो भी थे, बेटा बाय बाय। मैं एक्चुअली दिन में खेल नहीं पाया क्योंकि मुझे थोड़ा बीच में काम था और मेरे कान में बहुत दर्द हो रही है। मैं डॉक्टर के पास गया, उससे दवाई ली। मेरा एक्चुअली कान के अंदर एक फोड़ा हो गया है, तो उसके लिए दवाई लिए ताकि वो ठीक हो। एक एडवाइस है, क्यूटिक्स बिल्कुल मत यूज़ करना। मैंने लास्ट ईयर भी यूज़ किया था और सेम प्रॉब्लम हुई, और इस बार भी बहुत दर्द होती है अगर एक जरा सा भी गलत हो जाए यूज़ करने में। तो दिन में तो डॉक्टर के पास गया, फिर दवाई ली, और दवाई लेने के बाद मेरे को बहुत नींद आ रही थी, तो मैं सो गया। और जब उठा काफ़ी देर हो गई थी, तो उसके बाद एक दोस्त का फ़ोन आया, उसको कुछ बात करनी थी, तो उससे बात करता रह गया। बाद में अब जाके थोड़ा फ्री हुआ हूँ मैं, तो मैंने सोचा चलो खेल लेते हैं और स्टोरी क्वेस्ट थोड़े कंप्लीट कर देते ताकि इनाजुमा अनलॉक हो जाए। ये कौन है? इस वजह से कि बेवन इधर खड़ी है।
The evidence speaks for itself. It's no wonder Lady Ningguang was so concerned with the security of this area. I doubt even Captain Beidou will manage to come out of all this unscathed.
मतलब इन लोगों को इधर खड़ा होना था उस वजह से।
Huh? Did Beidou leave already? Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified, and our hero here is the champion.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award you.
So will we be able to travel to Inazuma
Yes, I believe so.
now? Finally.
Though Captain Beidou is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. She is a woman of her word. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
डायलॉग बहुत मस्त मारता है ये. चलो, क्वेस्ट कंप्लीटेड. Ask Catherine. मेरे को नींद आ रही है, बट करेंगे. इनाजुमा पहुंच के अनलॉक करेंगे इवेंट, ताकि हम इसके अंदर पार्ट ले सके, क्योंकि अगले हफ्ते ये खत्म हो जाएगा क्वेस्ट. चलो, अभी कैथरीन के पास जाएंगे हम. पहले इंफॉर्मेशन लेंगे.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler?
About the Crux fleet.
Yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right?
I've been waiting all day for you.
Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order. Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ad Astra Abyssos, Catherine.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
I knew it.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See, there's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone Forest.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
चलो, immovable god and the eternal Euphemia. बाहर बारिश बहुत हो रही है, दरवाजे खड़क रहे, खिड़कियां खड़क रही है.
Follow the wind.
Follow the wind. पहुंच तो जाऊंगा फ्लीट तक आराम से मेरे हिसाब से. चलो बेडो से बात करते हैं.
Ah, you finally made it.
Yes, I did.
All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
It's an honor to be on board.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
The Alcor. The Alcor से हम जाएंगे इनाजुमा. Hi Kazuha. After braving the raging thunderstorm, the Alcor finally comes into port. राइट साइड पे सब एलिमेंट्स ब्लिंक हो रहे हैं. हम तीन में से कोई एक आइलैंड के ऊपर है इनाजुमा के. Toma.
Ahoy there.
Hello, Toma.
This scenery.
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Surely the rumors exaggerate. Nice to meet you, Toma.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems
Rito.
here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
We got this. Look forward to seeing you again.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye.
पायरेट की तरह बोला उसने. Ahoy there, mateys. Fair seas ahead.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Okay then. Now I'm feeling a little bit nervous.
Time to go.
Viewpoint unlocked. Rito, Narukami Island.
Time to go.
Nanako. How may I help you? Are you enjoying the view? Seeing how won't really be that much different from the front in the 20s. Seeing how the sun rises from the east and sets in the west, and how the tides flow this way and that, I feel like I can understand the eternity that the almighty Shogun is pursuing. Eternity? But I can't stop here. It seems like you still have unfulfilled wishes, young traveler. It's good that you have aspirations that drive you. This bow was given to me by my friend when I was still young. However, I have never had the chance to use it. I don't think it will do me any good, so I'll give it to you. If it can help you in your journey, then it has served its purpose. Recursive bow. Jones, darn it, if I knew that this was the case, I wouldn't have taken this job. What's with the long space? I am regretting getting duped into coming to Inazuma. I was making a living by doing some menial labors at Dorman Port before this, and then I ran into people from the Kanjo Commission who were recruiting sailors. Their supervisor told me that it wouldn't be a tiring gig and that it paid well. I could even travel to Inazuma. Because of the lockdown now, regular people can't come to Inazuma at all. Only cargo ships affiliated with the Kanjo Commission may pass through. I figured that it might be a good job since I could visit the outside world and make some money. That's why I boarded the ship with them. Who knew that I would not even have a chance to walk around freely once I got here. This job is hard and tiring, and I can't even return to Mondstadt if I don't finish the job here. What kind of crap is this? हंस गया ये. और मैं भी इधर फंस गया. पानी के अंदर. Fisherman. Tell me about yourself. This island is my hometown. The whole family. Nowadays, even fishermen have become rare. Apart from restricting entry to outlanders to Inazuma, the Sukuba Decree also limits the area in which we can sail. Many fishermen have changed jobs as a result. I am still here because of this vast ocean. More accurately, I can hear this ocean calling to me all the time. The seas call. Do you hear it? The sound of the waves crashing against the beach is the sound of the fishes swimming through the waves. You still don't get it? You must be an outlander. That's to be expected. Here, I'll give you some of my catch. After you live by the ocean for a while, you will start to understand the romantic nature of the sea. Fish दिया fish. चल मैं ना लोगों से बाद में बात करूँगा प्रॉपर्ली. अभी के लिए अपने आप को रजिस्टर करवा लेते हैं. इधर रजिस्टर करवाना है ना हमें. मैंने थोड़ा सा ऑनलाइन वीडियो देखा था कि अगर हम रजिस्टर नहीं कराते और बाहर निकलने का ट्राई करते हैं तो ये हमें निकलने नहीं देंगे. What is it? Something I can help you with? Can you tell me more about Rito? The entirety of Rito falls under the jurisdiction of Kanju Commission. While the Sokugo decree is in effect, an outlander such as yourself must have your identity verified and the itinerary recorded, regardless when you are entering, leaving, or staying. Don't say that I didn't remind you. If you are rude to Miss Kageyama, I mean the inspector, you'll be deported right away. Who is Miss Kageyama? You don't even know who Miss Kageyama is. I don't think you should be in Rito. Miss Kageyama is the inspector at the Outlander Affairs Agency who is in charge of entry permit for outlanders such as you. If you still wish to remain in Inazuma, you'd better get those documents and gifts prepared before visiting the inspector.
Time to go.
हम जाएंगे, हम fugitive बनेंगे.
Time to go.
हम बाहर निकलेंगे इधर से. Oh my gosh. Hey you, stop that. Who's there? We've been caught. Without a travel permit, you cannot enter or leave Rito. It seems if you don't have a permit, you cannot really enter or leave the island. भाई जाने ही नहीं दिया बंदे ने.
Time to go.
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency.
Eureka,
Have your documents
inspector.
and proof of identification ready.
Handling free. Residence permit. If they wish to stay on Rito for a long time, please get as well as necessary materials. चल यार ज़्यादा देर लगाते नहीं यार. Thank you, bye bye.
Time to go.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
We are here to trade wine and ore. We are here to find my sister.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Whew. So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
Welcome or not, we don't have a choice.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
Time to go.
यूरिका, इससे बात करी थी ना परमानेंट रेजिडेंस के लिए.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math
As the amount you are asking.
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
That's still quite expensive.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
माँ कसम इतना कम?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
Alright then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
काम कर गया. कहाँ मिलियन? कहाँ 4 लाख? और कहाँ ये 600? The residency application is properly processed smoothly.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
Sachi, I think it's more than the Mora. Remind me of someone else's strange relationship with Mora.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. Processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth!
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy.
Doesn't anyone push back? That's blatant oppression against the Outlanders.
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
So how would an Outlander ever get to meet?
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe.
That may well be. I still have to find a way.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow! The Rito Fixer's better connected than we thought!
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you too!
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
So what's the job? The fixer works in mysterious ways.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Gate Roman.
Caricio will reach his wits' end if things carry on like they are. Go see what you can do for him.
Robert. Could you please take a look at this and tell me what else I have to do to complete my application? What's with your application? Have you brought your wallet? My wallet? There isn't much I can do with the small amount of money. I might as well go for a drink at Miss Rokio's stall. Miss Rokio will be able to console me for sure. Bless your kind soul.
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency.
इधर एक टेलीपोर्टर है.
Time to go.
Kaiser. Meow. So aloof. Meow. Kurisu.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose.
Yeah, very nearly. Luckily, we had a friend with us.
Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes, left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this Crystal Marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for Crystal Marrow drove the price higher and higher. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle, the consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens...
This is an absurd treatment. Can't you discuss the situation with the Kanjo Commission?
We've tried communicating with the Commission directly. But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
Try our best to negotiate with the Kanjo Commission. The vendor does sound like a fishy character.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it! We're on the case!
We're on the case. I think ये आइलैंड से निकलने के लिए ये सब करना पड़ेगा, वरना ये अभी तक अलाउ ही नहीं किया इसने। एक बार जाके देखता हूँ मैं। Sasaki. पीछे आना पड़ेगा। Nice. Worship the statue. बार बार आवाज आ रही है।
One with nature.
I can't believe I got assigned this task.
Into the wind. The wind knows me. One with nature.
पैसा जाएगा भाई।
Into the wind. One with nature.
आ गया, चढ़ गया मैं।
The wind knows me.
Electroculus. Let's try giving it this. Okay, stop. Who is there? We've been caught. अरे अभी तक क्लियर नहीं हुआ क्या हमारा? ओके, विदाउट ए ट्रैवल परमिट मैं अभी तक बाहर नहीं निकल सकता। क्या यार? सो आई थिंक पहले ये स्यापा सॉल्व करना ही पड़ेगा। चलो, तो जितना ज़रूरी है दूसरे आइलैंड्स विजिट करने के लिए उतना करके ये गेम की स्ट्रीमिंग बंद कर देते हैं। वीगर चिंग बाद में ही बात करेंगे भाई। इतना मिनिमम रिक्वायर्ड है उतना करके निकल लेंगे।
Time to go.
वर्नर,
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals?
we just arrived.
So, what do you need with me?
Very sociable.
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Can you reduce your prices?
Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they?
बट डायरेक्टली कौन बात करता है? घुमा फिरा के बात करनी होती है, सीधा थोड़ी बोलते हैं।
They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy.
Time to get the real fixer on the case.
Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
ऐसे थोड़ी कभी बात करी जाती है।
I'm the only lifeline they've got. How dare they try and bargain with me?
कभी भी ऐसे नेगोशिएशन नहीं करते, पहले इंफॉर्मेशन उगलवानी होती है, फिर बाद में डिस्कस करना होता है।
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
You're going to have to help you.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
What do you know about Warner?
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
Seemed like a watchtower to me. At least I didn't get the impression he was a local.
That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
Got it. I'll go back and talk to him again.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him. Something tells me you've come up with...
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
Time on your hands? Some would call that a form of freedom. It was the wind that led me back here to you.
Huh? Where's this coming from?
A dandelion wine would sure be nice on a day like this. A Bart's ramp would be perfect right now.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
Dandelion.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
May the Anemo can protect you. Let the lead win.
Ah, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
मैंने क्या बोला? Let the lead wind. Let the wind lead. उल्टा बोला मैंने.
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
Close your eyes.
Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
Listen closely. Doesn't it sound familiar?
You mean the sound of the ocean?
Cheap and tasty chop suey. Girl tiger fish, get it while it's hot. Cheap and tasty chop suey.
Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants.
May the flames of virtue spread to all and never be extinguished.
Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Liyue Harbor.
Liyue.
Julian Chili.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
Lot of people out there sympathize with the position you're in. A lot of people have supported you in the past.
You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world.
Who are those people?
All right, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
The International Trade Association will protect you. Come and get a drink with your friends from the association.
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru, Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on.
We need evidence.
Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Let's go.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him.
Should I close early?
I have to follow him without
Look at
being
any
noticed.
customers. Which one should I choose?
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Should I close
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the trade association clique still needs to be brought into line.
He's getting further and further away.
What was that sound?
Shh! Quiet! Don't let him find us.
Must be hearing things. Ah, drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away. Let's catch up a little.
ये घूमेगा.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look?
Let's go. इधर कौन है? घेगर इधर आ गया. ये क्या कर रहा है इधर? What's bothering you? It's actually not that big a deal. I'm applying to travel to Narukami Island and I'm guessing that my request should be processed soon. But I am Sneznayan and I'm not really used to the diet here and not am I a good cook myself. I'm here in Kyoto, but I've heard that there isn't a single shop run by Outlanders on Narukami Island. There are only Inazuma-style restaurants available. I wonder if I can still eat anything that reminds me of my home once I am in Inazuma City. If only Miss Ryoko could come with me as well. Why did you come, Miss Ryoko? Yeah, Miss Ryoko is a lady who runs a food stall there. Have you tried her snacks? She knew that I wouldn't be used to the food here, so she changed the taste up for me. That's so sweet of her. I heard that her husband passed away several years ago, leaving her here to take care of the standalone. I suppose I should go visit her stall more often. I'll say, if I can learn how to cook, I would be able to open a shop with Ryoko. I tried cooking recently, but it feels like I'm not made out of the right stuff for a chef. Have a try. Is my cooking really that bad? Suspicious steak.
Time to go.
भाई को मिस रियोको पसंद है. इसके लिए बॉदर था. चल छोड़.
Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring. Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Even if we did find Mora, we would give it to the trade association. Ah, yes, the real reason payment came along.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one proof of his guilt.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
साथ में चलता तो बिना प्रॉब्लम के क्लियर भी हो जाता.
Time to go.
Miss Ryoko. This food stall was founded by my husband, who asked me to join him. I really didn't want to work in this line of businesses first. You have to wake up early and go home late. My husband was never in good health either. How could he have handled this for so long? But he told me that he loved seeing the smile of people's faces while they were eating the snacks I made. In the end, I could not dissuade him. You must be very good at cooking. This client has a way with words. Even though I'm not famous, I'm confident in my abilities when it comes to the seasoning of Inazuma snacks. Here, I've cooked a fresh batch. Would you like to try some while they're still hot? It seems like you're an outlander. If the food isn't to your taste, I can specially adjust the seasoning just for you. Your husband? We promised each other that we'd buy a shop in Hanamizaka when we made enough money so that more people would be able to try our snacks. But during the autumn 2 years ago, he didn't listen to me and insisted in purchasing goods in pouring rain. In the end, now the best way for me to remember him is run the stall well and cherish our memories together. If you would visit more often, dear customer, that would certainly help him rest in peace. चलो बाकी बाद में.
Time to go.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses.
You are the one making a mockery of the rules here, Keijiro.
And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger.
Kirisu reads through each and every item in the ledger.
Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Oh, do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you today.
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You Outlanders have no respect for the rules. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
Ha! You never heard of the Fixer?
Context, Paimon. Context. That title doesn't have any weight with these people.
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young
Lady of our clan some courtesy. Okay.
lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving!
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. He's the one who found a way to turn things around. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
Toma? What was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else.
It's tyranny, plain and simple.
Thank you so much. Our heads are back above water now.
Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know?
Tell me about the Yashiro Commission. Tell me about the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time? So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himigimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those guys just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend.
So where did this fixer of Rito thing came from?
You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island, and I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery, but the main thing was I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree...
Vision, I refuse. I never offered to help.
That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading.
I have one goal here, to meet the Raiden Shogun.
Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed, I shall help set that up for you.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going.
But there is one problem.
Huh? What's up?
Outlanders are unable to leave Rito.
Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so did Toma forget that too?
I think perhaps not. This must be part of his test.
Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komori Tea House to settle the score! Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the border and see how far we get. If you want to taste Mondstadt great wine, then look no further than Sailing Green.
Try to leave, okay?
Time to go.
ये है काजुआ। काजुआ का दोस्त राइजन शुगन ने मार दिया है। ये अभी अपना बदला, अपना रिवेंज लेने के लिए वापस आया है इनाजुमा के अंदर। या अपने दोस्त की याद के लिए उसका विजन को रीएक्टिवेट करने के लिए। देखते हैं क्या होता है।
Stop there. Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Those are the rules.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito?
If the Yashiro Commission has heard of us, I wonder if the Kanjo Commission has heard of us.
Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner? Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice words to say about his subordinates. Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
Yokoyama.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
We're here to see, the Kanjo Commissioner?
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Huh! Did you get all that, mister?
My sincere apologies.
Mister, हमको रोकेगा तू, हैं? औकात में रहे। औकात में रहे। This is the key site of the Kanjo Commission, not a place an outlander such as yourself should visit. If you wish to seek audience with the Kanjo Commissioner, then you should go to the Outlander Affairs Agency and hand in your letter and name card. As for whether you can see the Commissioner, I'd say it's up to luck. अभी तो पास पे गुजरा तुम्हारे। भाई क्या मस्त सुंदर जगह है यार इसकी। Hiragi Shinsuke.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan. It's an honor to meet you both.
I too am honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business only.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Vortex back under the sea, eh?
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor. Even beat one of their harbingers in a duel. Is that true?
Whoa, you heard about that too? Yep, it's true, all right.
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all.
You're too kind.
Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This makes me wonder whether you might be so kind as to render your assistance to the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
This is my forte.
Excellent. Well then, you must know the Genshin. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before. So, you want us to go back to Liyue?
Yes, bring me 300 Genshin, would you? Freshly picked, I mean.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
I think you might be a couple orders of magnitude off. They don't stay fresh after they're picked.
Too much trouble, is it? I see. Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you can help with that?
That sounds much more like it.
709 letters to be precise.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What's What sort of an explanation is that?
कुछ भी कर रहा है बंदा 709 लेटर पागल बैठा हुआ है
Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
I'll consider it. I'll need to look into it more first.
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
709 letters.
Seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous!
Have you finished the work? Report back to me.
709 letters. पागल बैठे हैं हम लोग.
Follow the wind.
Halt, you two!
Just as I expected. Saw this coming.
What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see!
Dear traveler.
So this means she wants you to secretly meet her at night? But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on?
We shared a glance. Shinosuke has no intention of letting us leave. Dear traveler, would that I convey this message to you in person? I apologize for the hasty means by which this letter has come to you, and I hope that it hasn't left you feeling perplexed or perturbed in any way. This is my first time extending a letter to an unknown outlander. After all, it's no mere coincidence that our paths have crossed. Therefore, I hope that you would be so courteous as to meet me tonight under the glow of resplendent moonlight. Please do not fret about retainers and bodyguard. I will ensure that their attention shall be elsewhere. I look forward to the pleasure of your company. We shared a glance. Shinsuke has no intention of letting us leave.
Paimon knew something just didn't seem right about him. Let's ask her tonight and see what she has to say.
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
I'm delighted to see you again.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments, and at last we have the chance to meet.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamaji of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamaji. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. It would be regrettable to let such an opportunity pass.
Oh, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. That is my promise.
Seems like a reasonable deal, seeing as we don't have any other options.
To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully to someone who wasn't the Shogun.
An arrogant-sounding woman. Seems we need to get off Rito as fast as we can.
We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that a shipment of goods is... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my letter. Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain that they reach Watatsumi Island intact.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure safe transport of the goods.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter. And as for this qualified escort...
You dare question my abilities?
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it fails to do so.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
Seriously?
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us. Your safety is our highest priority.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady. You heard her. There's no time to lose.
No time to lose.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it!
Another test subject.
Move!
Try!
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack!
Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs!
We'll take care of this! Stay with Chisato!
Finally, थोड़ा fighting चालू हुआ.
Adventure time!
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiragi, stay close.
Everybody stand back!
The wind knows you.
That hurts! To ashes!
Into the wind! Fallen leaves, adorn my night, one with nature!
Face can't go like this.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission. Consider it a token of my appreciation.
Please be careful. Thank you.
My lady.
So that's how it is. I had a feeling something was amiss, but Shinojo, you...
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us, I'm sure of it. But who is this Kamaji you speak of, my lady?
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest dreams,
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it, I alone will be held accountable.
Yes, of course. As you wish, my lady.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered, Chisato?
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food, or something to that effect.
Huh. Paimon never suspected a guy like him could have a soft side.
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure we will meet again.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
Bichara. Shinojo. Secret offer the electro sigils in exchange for its favor. Chalo, unlock ho gaya.
Whew! We're finally on our own way again! I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
Summon electrogram.
Time to go. Sure. Cut. Sure.
ये फॉक्स है ये फॉक्स है टेलीपोर्ट पॉइंट अनलॉक्ड और ये कौन है Excuse me, visitor, but I have a favor to ask. Please look at the Sky Kitsune statue over there. There is a ward within it that they can only be removed by someone who has the courage, values friendship, and who is favored by the might of Electro. ओके बाद में करेंगे. Hello.
Let's get down to business. Let's light it up.
Say no more.
The fairy.
There's more.
Into the wind.
To the fairy.
ओके ये क्या है? ओ भाई साहब, भाई बहुत कुछ है यार इधर.
The wind knows me.
Okay, summon electrogram. इधर भी एक क्वेस्ट है. Ah, Parwale. Are there really branches like that around here? I think so. That's what it says here in the book. Ah, I'm starving. Ah, Parwale, why don't you look up some other method in your dictionary? What do you think I am? Omnipotent? Besides, this isn't a dictionary. It's a travelogue from the academia. Fine. Just think of a way, please. Otherwise, we'll have to eat grilled fish again. Grilled fish? Let's just go back to the town and get an adventurer to help us put up a mission, shall we? Isn't that what you used to do back in Leeway when you had a problem? That was Leeway. We are in Inazuma now. We are strangers to this land. What are you doing? Ah, are you an adventurer, traveler, or both? Ah, forget it. Who cares? I guess this is free. We are the Gourmet Supremos. We are currently traveling around the world in a quest to improve our culinary skills. I'm begging you, can you please not say that name out loud? Ah, come on, it's fine. Anyway, traveler, are you also going to collect sakura blooms? If so, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. This place has been blocked by some kind of weird contraption. There's no way in. I'm just passing through. The method that you mentioned earlier. Ah, you're really going in? Well, that method was recorded in Parvane's dictionary. I told you, it's not a dictionary, it's a travelogue from the academy. Well, whatever the case, she found a way. It says you need to touch a Thunder Sakura bow before you can get through this barrier. But as for those with Thunder Sakura bows, to be honest, we have no idea what's really looked like. There aren't any photos in this book either. I am officially sick of eating grilled fish. If I can get my hands on some of those Sakura blooms, I'm sure I can whip up something nice. I've heard that the ones here have the most best mouthfeel and make for perfect cooking ingredients, but why does there have to be a barrier here? Well, we'll keep trying our luck around here. Let us know if we find some leech traveler. Mr. Zudong, is that really how you ask someone for a favor? Alright, traveler, if you could help us bring some sakura blooms out from inside. If you could do that, never mind the payment. Zudong here will also make you some really awesome food. We're really good at making these deals, huh, Chide? Well, that's how it is. Traveler, please help us if you don't mind. Is there really no other way to do? My only way from this one way. Wait, you already passed that barrier? Did you use that method I told you about? Yeah, that I did. Could you tell me where you found that Thunder Sakura bow? When you touched the road, how did the electrogram come to rest upon you? Wait, I'm sorry, let me pull out my notebook. So, did you feel anything after the electrogram attached yourself to you? And Farah, please give this traveler a moment. They just helped us. I think your research can wait a bit. हाँ भाई जाने दे quest खत्म कर निकल. Thank you very much, traveler. As agreed, you will be paid. But before that, just wait here with us for a while. I'll believe I'll be able to make a dish with the sakura blooms you brought. I've heard an Inazuman specialty known as sakura tempura. I suppose now's the time to try it out. Give me a while to prepare. It shouldn't take too long, so come find me in a moment. Zudong starts cooking. It goes like this and this. Have you finished it yet? Just hold on, let wrapped up in flour, put it into fry. There we go. Sakura tempura. Right while it's hot. It's delicious. Julie, if a bit too hot. Zudong, I believe this tempura also needs to be served with a special dipping sauce. A dipping sauce? Well, I must say that I haven't prepared any one of those. I'll look into it next time should we get the chance. This serving of Sakura tempura is your, traveler. Please take it as thanks for your help. Yes, I'll give you a copy of the recipe too. Just give me a moment to write it down. Try it yourself if you get the chance. Thank you. Where will you be going next? Well, been in Zuma for a while, so I suspect that we might head to Kanazuka later. Julie says she also wants to see the Sakura tree at the Grand Narukami Shrine. They say that all the Sakura blooms on this island fell from that huge tree. I wonder how large that tree must have been, so many leaves falling from it. You should pay it a visit if it takes your fancy too. Thanks for your help again, traveler. Well, I'm going to have a bite too. I'm starving. चल निकल पहले पूछ ले खोंडा विलेज फाइनली खत्म हुआ एक और क्वेश्चन go to the tea house के लिए फटफट भाग के निकलते हैं पोंडा विलेज।
Into the wind.
किधर है? अच्छा यहाँ पे है। अगला का है? दिखा तो इधर रहा है।
Back off! I'm going in!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Life goes on. Faster? Okay, faster.
Into the wind.
Ow! That's gonna hurt in the morning.
किधर है? Well, I suppose I could just mark it.
Off we go!
Boom! To move!
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me. Time to go.
ठीक है।
Wind Strider.
Didn't see that coming. Adventure time.
ये वालों को शायद तोड़ना है।
Let's light it up! Get out of here! Take cover!
Adventure time.
छोड़ो पला। ओह, प्रैक्टिसिंग कर रहा है ये।
Let's get down to business.
Yeah!
Cannot land a good chance to test
My
myself.
Everybody stand back!
Guys,
One with nature.
Eyes on me!
The fairy.
अच्छा था ये, but no match.
The wind knows me. Time to go.
Kid. अभी ना क्वेश्ट्स करने के लिए हमारे पास return.
Back off! ये रहा वो टी हाउस। पहले चलेंगे हम इधर, नहीं पहले हम जाएंगे उधर और अनलॉक करेंगे हमारा टेलीपोर्ट वे पॉइंट।
Into the wind.
Wow, cat, Neko. Hehe. ब्यूटीफुल बनाया यार इन्होंने।
Time to go.
ये है इलेक्ट्रो आर्कॉन का स्टैचू। चलो मेन आइलैंड्स तो अनलॉक कर ही दिए हमने, और ये इधर का श्राइन है, इधर चलते हैं।
Time to go.
टाइगर
Time to go. Time to go. One with nature. Into the wind.
Taizo. Hello. Staring contest. You aren't going to leave yet? Sorry. I apologize. I'm not good at chit chat. Enshu Kaku isn't a place to write around. You go ahead and leave. Okay. How are you, son? What should I do next? Take care of yourself. What's got you so worried? As a civil officer of the Shugnet, what else could I be worried about? I've already requested to the Tri Commission to handle that matter. Although I'm the head of the civil office, I don't have any actual power. All I can do is worry all day. About the Tri Commission, as an outsider, what do you think of each of the commissions? Okay, what's the point in asking you such a question? But in light of the situation, let me speak with you frankly. The Kanjo Commission strictly enforces the Sakugo decree, even Rito is sealed off from the outside world. But I'm afraid this policy is only making matters worse for the Inazuma. The Tranryo Commission aggressively uses their military might when faced with the issue of Sangoyame rebels. They decided to suppress it solely with brute force. They ignore the hearts of the people and someday will pay the price for that. As for the Yashiro Commission, they do indeed sympathize with the people in their handling of ceremonial affairs, but without any military or financial power, they are relatively weak. Distributing aid during wartime can provide temporary relief to address a problem, but it is no long-term solution. It is gradually consuming the stretch of the Kamisata plan. Just talking about it makes me more worried. कूद जाऊँ क्या? हाँ, you are so worried. कूद जाऊँ मैं? हमें कम टेंशन है नहीं है भाई.
Time to go.
वाह, क्या मस्त हॉल है. चल भाई कूदा. Let's go. कैथरीन, चल कैथरीन से पहली बार बात करते हैं.
Time to go.
Yuri Catherine. I've been waiting for you, traveler. Another Catherine. Another? Hey, have you seen multiple Catherines in a single location? If you haven't, then they were none. They were one and the same. As the only year-round receptionist in the Adventurers Guild, I can use a special tool to instantly move between various locations in the world to deal with various important matters. After I help you with your matters here, I will head over to Fontaine. The adventurers over there are notorious for frugality, so I need to receive them as well. Really? I also want to teleport. You believed me? Sorry, I was joking. Please don't take it seriously. Also, I thought you knew how to use teleport waypoints. Anyway, I won't bother you with pointless trivia. Come, I'll help you process the work that's needed by the Inazuma Adventurers Guild. Once things are processed, you can accept commissions here and also enjoy another benefits. Add as Stray Resource Adventurers.
Same mistakes over and over again.
Ad Astra Abyssa.
चलो इधर खरीद लो. स्ट्रीट फूड वेंडर। चल यार बाद में बात करें, अभी बहुत देर हो गई है। अभी
Time to go.
ये क्या है इधर? यूनिक आइकॉन में है।
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
Here's our invitation letter.
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it.
It's been quite some time since I've seen anyone show up with a new invitation letter. I wish you two luck.
Enter the tea house.
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Inushiba, the Dogecoin.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax, no need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
Where did the human-looking Thoma go? So you're a dog?
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
I know a dog when I see one, but it still doesn't add up.
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier, though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Ms. Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies.
The courage to face the lightning.
Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck...
You mean Kazua's friend? You mean he died in a duel before the throne?
Ah, so you've heard of his story.
उसी का बदला लेने तो आया.
His light still burns all the more brightly.
So, will we be allowed to meet the Shiresaki Hinagini?
Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Taromaru, woof. Can you understand me? Woof, woof. ओह कितना मोरा मिला. बहुत मोरा था इधर. बाद में भाई बाद में.
The wind knows me.
अपन टेलीपोर्ट करेगा सीधा, क्योंकि अपन ने पहले ही अनलॉक कर दिया.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into this statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree.
Why did the Shogun issue the Vision Hunt decree?
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
What was that sound just now?
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
I could hear the sound of people's aspirations.
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
So a vision symbolizes ambition and not power.
All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
Go to the Kamisato estate. आई थिंक अभी के लिए इतना काफी है। बाकी का अगले हफ्ते स्ट्रीम करेंगे। डोमेन्स किधर है? ओके इस तरफ है। डोमेन्स इस तरफ है। मैं सोचूं कि डोमेन का आगे।
Time to go.
एक उधर की तरफ जाके
Time to
देखता
go.
हुआ नहीं हुआ तो जाने दो। ट्रेजर हंटर्स।
One with
You know a
nature.
thing or two.
Go.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
My blade to the fairy.
Time to go. Time to go.
Wheel of Life.
चलो वेव राइडर भी अनलॉक हो गया। अभी स्टैचू ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रो आर्कॉन पे जाके इनाजुमा का ख़त्म करते थे। पैसा पाँच सौ ही है ये। बाद में कभी करेंगे। अरे सिली ठीक है, थंडर हाइपोथेसिस। Reactor hypothesis you encountered before in Mono, but it does not seem to react at all as you approach. Perhaps it is in deep slumber. You know not what caused it to appear here, nor do you know when it will awaken. It may be safest to keep your distance for now. Bye, Duro.
Let's get down to business.
Fine.
Nice.
I'm going in! Let's light it up! Why do they never miss? Back off!
Move! Fairy!
Off we go! Adventure time!
Wind strike. Time to go. Into the wind.
Power that ended high shot! Let's light it up!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Go.
Time to go.
चलो, आई थिंक इतना इनफ है आज के लिए। हाँ भाई, ले लो। आई ऑफर यू ऑल। चलो, आज के लिए स्ट्रीम इतना ही था। आई होप आप लोग अगर देख रहे हो तो आपको पसंद आ रही हो ये स्ट्रीम। अभी हम इनाजुमा के अंदर है। राइडन शोगन की स्टोरी क्वेस्ट को सबसे पहले हम ख़त्म करेंगे। काजुआ का अपने दोस्त के बदले के लिए हम ज़रूर लड़ेंगे। अभी बहुत लेट हो रहा है तो मैं सोने के लिए जा रहा हूँ। इफ़ यू लाइक द वीडियो प्लीज़ लाइक बटन दबाओ। अगर आप और वीडियोस देखना चाहते हो तो सब्सक्राइब बटन को भी दबाओ। अभी के लिए गुड नाइट, शब्बा खैर, स्वीट ड्रीम्स, बाय बाय।